Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really digging into some research about advanced automation, looking specifically at the mid-2030s. It's a disruptive picture.
Yeah, definitely. And our goal isn't just to talk about, jobs disappearing. We want to understand the whole cycle, the economics driving it, and maybe surprisingly, the new skills that actually pop up.
Right, and we're framing this through one person's story. Meet Leo. He's, or was, a 42-year-old master welder.
Yeah, someone whose whole life, like 20 years of it, was wrapped up in the sound, the feel,
Yeah.
the fiery hiss of the arc welder, the solid heft of steel, real craftsmanship.
Until it wasn't. Until the tech came in these silent, perfect ballet of articulated arms and just replaced it.
It's stark, a lifetime of skill suddenly, kind of obsolete.
How does that happen so fast? Was it just one big tech leap?
Well, not exactly one leap, but more like a relentless economic engine. The research calls it profit reinvestment, R2. Basically, the savings from automation, they get plowed right back into making the next wave of automation even better, cheaper.
So it's a feedback loop.
Exactly, a powerful one. And it drives mass job displacement, B1 and B3 in the models. It just snowballs.
And Leo felt that directly. He sees these robots taking over, and at the same time, he's seeing the income inequality stats, R3, just climbing.
Yeah, the owners get richer, producing more with less labor, and his community feels left behind. It creates this low hum of social unrest, B2. He wasn't just losing a job. He felt like he was becoming a negative statistic.
Okay, so the economic pressure is immense. The social fabric is fraying. What breaks that cycle? What's the catalyst for something new instead of just loss?
It often comes from figuring out what the machines can't do. In Leo's case, insight came from his daughter, Maya. Her job title was, get this, AI Integration Architect.
Wow, okay, a job that probably didn't exist 10 years before.
Right, and her insight was key. She said, look, the robots can weld a perfect seam, maybe better than any human, but they can't problem solve on the fly. They can't feel if the underlying structure is truly sound, that intuition piece.
The feel of the craft.
Exactly. The system still needed a human master, not just to check boxes, but to guide it, to teach it that deeper understanding. And that suddenly creates this huge demand for new skills, B1 again, bridging that gap between hands-on craft and, data.
So bridging that gap,
Mm-hmm.
how did Leo do it? Because that sounds like a massive leap. Did government retraining programs actually work here? We hear about government intervention, B2, B3. Sometimes it's effective, sometimes not so much.
It was tough, no doubt. He went from a welding mask to a VR headset, learning code. Imagine being a master craftsman, decades of experience, and suddenly you're a total beginner again. Psychologically, that's huge.
Yeah, I can only imagine the frustration. How did he make the shift?
The breakthrough, it seems, came when he stopped trying to be just a generic coder. He started focusing on translating his specific welding knowledge.
What do you mean, like translating the feel?
Kind of, yeah. He realized his intuition about stress points, about the heat, the sound, the feel of a perfect join. Those weren't magic. They were based on real physics, on tiny signals. He started figuring out how to translate that deep experience into algorithms the machines could use, thermal data, vibration analysis.
So he wasn't just learning code. He was teaching the machine his craft. He was encoding his intuition.
That's the transformation. And it worked. He graduates, gets this new title, Robotics Master Supervisor.
Robotics Master Supervisor. Okay. So what does he do now?
He oversees fleets of autonomous builders. He's not welding, but he's using his deep knowledge to guide these machines, enabling them to build incredibly complex structures, things humans alone couldn't manage. It's a validation of creation of new jobs, B1, but at a different level, more conceptual, more supervisory.
So the big takeaway here for you listening seems to be this. Automation didn't actually destroy Leo's specialized knowledge. It kind of elevated it.
Right. It made his hands obsolete for the task, but his mind, his understanding, became even more critical. His mastery shifted from physical steel to, managing the data that shapes the steel. A profound change in identity.
Yeah, absolutely. Which leaves us with a pretty provocative thought, doesn't it? If that human intuition, that feeling the integrity, is the last bastion, how do we start thinking about translating our own most intangible experience-based skills into something teachable, something algorithmic? How do we make sure our value stays essential in the face of ever smarter machines?
That's the question to ponder.